turn off for the rest of the night. There's an odd time.
Hello, Sabrina. Welcome to Daybreak Star Radio.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. It's so good to have you on our station. So tell everybody who you are, what you do, and what your ancestry is.
I'm Sabrina Fallah. I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I was born in Canada, but my parents are Iranian. And I just love writing music and performing and touring and doing all of that.
That's awesome. And then what kind of music do you play for the people who don't know?
Rock music. I'm very influenced by Green Day. So
that makes sense. A little pop punk in there.
Yeah.
Good. So when did you start as an artist? When did you start making music?
When I started making music, well, I won my first competition when I was 14 years old. And that got me to realize I wanted to become a professional singer. Then I grabbed my guitar at 15, 16, my first guitar. And then I've been writing like since I started in school. But that was when I started to grab an instrument and started putting instrument and lyrics together to make music. So yeah, and then at the age of 18, that's when I started going out to festivals and started performing every day and trying to get my name out and stuff.
Wow, pretty good. And so when you won the competition when you were 14, what kind of competition was that?
Oh, I was in this vocal school, and they said if you when you're very young, you want to do some little singing contest. So I signed up for it, and I sang One Day by Simple Plan, and I won.
That's awesome. Good for you. So the last couple of years have been rough on everybody. What has kept you together and making music during the pandemic?
I just kept doing what I could do during the pandemic. So I kept pushing my music out. I kept performing virtually. I couldn't get into the studio, but I still wrote music, but hopefully soon I can get back into recording. But I just kept doing everything I could to keep my music going, so nobody forgets who I am, because I didn't want to stop because of the pandemic. I had to think of what can I do to keep going during this time.
Yeah, it's great. We've been so grateful, honestly, for all the musicians who kept putting out works and kept going forward and dropping things during the pandemic. It's really uplifted all the listeners and all the fans out there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So I've listened to a lot of your stuff. I like it. Thank you for sending it over. It's very good. I grew up in Oklahoma, punk rock.
Yes.
I feel like it saved my life growing up. It just spoke to my soul. So when I heard your music that you sent to us, I was thrilled. I thought that was great.
Thank you.
I love strong women. But any music, it's great. Thank you for being you. How do you ever use any traditional Iranian sounds or music in your music ever, or is it just straight rock?
It's just straight rock because I don't even speak the language. I can understand it. I can say certain words, but I don't know it enough to even speak it fluently. I have been asked to sing Iranian because of my background, but I don't really speak it. So it's gonna be like Canadian Iranian accent mix, and I don't think it's gonna sound that good together. But maybe one day I will give it a go. But right now, I haven't been thinking of that. But who knows what the future will bring.
It sounds like you're in the same boat as quite a number of natives. Like a lot of us know bits and pieces of our language, but not the whole thing. We can't speak it fluently. Right. So
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's your lyrics and your songs are great as is. So no complaints. Yeah. So how did you grow your voice? Did you have any techniques? Did you go to classes? You're
Yes.
just strong. You enunciate well. It's still like powerful. How do you do that?
Well, when I first started, I didn't even know you had to go to to vocal to get vocal lessons and stuff. So I just sang, and then I realized, well, if I want to perform, isn't there like a way to keep your voice from dying or getting
Right.
tired? So I did get a vocal coach, and I had it for a few years. And then when I didn't need it anymore, because I knew enough of the vocal techniques to bring the voice down, to warm it up, to cool it down, to take care of it, I didn't need to go back because it gets expensive to
Yeah.
keep going and going and going. But yeah, I did, and it changed my voice a lot. I actually had to learn how to sing rock because I had
Mm.
such a poppy voice that I wanted to change it, and yeah, it worked.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you use different techniques if you were going to sing pop versus rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not a singer. So, yeah. All right. So what have you experienced as challenges as somebody whose heritage is from the Middle East and getting into the rock world in Canada? And not that
Nothing
you're
really.
from the Middle East, but your heritage.
Yeah. The only thing that has been hard for me is being a rock singer as a female artist.
Oh,
Not because of the Iranian side. Because a lot of people don't believe that women can sing rock. And if you look at Joan Jett's and Benatar's history, they went through that too.
they sure
That
did.
people, so, but doesn't stop us.
Yeah,
we
there's
just keep going, because we
quite a
can,
number.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's from other women I've talked to, like a lot of things for women is we have to work twice as hard to get the voice heard.
Yes,
So
that is true. That is true. In this business, women have to work a lot harder. Yeah.
that's do you have any, I guess, advice for girls or women who want to sing and want to perform? Like, is there a skill that you learn to deal with that?
I have learned to build confidence as I go because I was very like, I don't know what I want to do. Is this for me? All that. So I had to get through that. But do what you feel you're meant to do and don't let anybody tell you not to do it because you can do it. Just don't let them push you down.
That is going to be my quote of the day. That is very good. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. Well, what is something that has worked out really well for you as an artist?
That's a very good question. I think the harder you work, the more you see results, and knowing people and networking can not knowingly can get you to places that you wanted to be, and they get you there. So example is I got on a station in Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. And somebody at that station liked me and contacted me and helped me get on BBC Radio.
Wow.
Yeah, and I tried to get on that station for 3 years, and it finally happened just because I got to that station. Somebody heard me. I can't explain it. It just happened.
It's sometimes it's just the right time and the right place, and that was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So keep trying, and eventually you'll meet people who will help you get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Awesome. So when you're playing music and playing on stage, do you have a favorite song to play to an audience?
Do you mean like a cover or one of my own original?
Whatever it is. What is something that like makes your heart sing to the audience when you're playing it?
Well, for my original would be One Chance, because that's the song that started my whole career. And as a cover, maybe an Avril song or a Green Day song, whichever I feel to start with.
Yeah.
I love Avril very much. So I just love singing her songs. I like her older stuff. So I go back to when she was younger and sing those songs because
Mhm.
they're just so good. I still listen to her first record to this day. So yeah.
Yeah, another strong woman singer. It's good. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what is coming up for you? What do you have planned for your future?
Hopefully, to get into the studio, make some new music, go back out and perform. And I just keep, I don't know, whatever comes my way, because things seem to be happening as I go. So I don't know, but I really do need to get back into the studio because of COVID really stopped that. So
Yeah, yeah, it did. But we'll be really thrilled to get more music from you and to hear what you have coming in the future.
yeah, me too. I just want to get into the studio and be creative, you know?
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It was great getting to speak with you. Everybody, you're listening to Daybreak Star Radio, and we have been interviewing Sabrina Fallah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Like a heart that cannot be stopped. There's a voice in your head that can't turn off.